Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. And I'm just on the ferry here at wharf number 5, and I'm heading around to Pyrmont Bay, where I'll just go down to the fish markets and grab myself some oysters for today, just to have for lunch, and then I'll head off down to Central, have a haircut, and then off to home. Just want to go through a book summary today, and the book summary is entitled Magnifiers, and it's written by a female author by the name of Liz Wiseman. And this book is all about lifting people. With my 5am clubs, I always try and make a point to talk about the importance of being the wind beneath our wings, being the wind beneath other people's wings, and helping people grow, develop, and become better versions of themselves. And this book covers a lot of that material and says it quite well. So the author here kicks off the book with a quote where she says that the highest level of thinking cannot emerge without learning, and learning cannot happen without mistakes. So putting everything into perspective, the author here tells us how important it is to understand the process of learning and the fact that mistakes are a necessary evil in order for us to grow and develop. And the first structured point in this book talks about Magic Johnson, that famous basketball player. And the author here talks about how Magic Johnson had tremendous skills. His skills and his abilities were much better, much stronger than all of the others in the team. And it got to the point where the other players would just simply give the ball to Magic Johnson, and Magic Johnson would just score all the points and win the games. But what happened is that Magic Johnson would then go to the change rooms after the game, and he'd see the long faces on all the other players, because whilst he was having the time of his life, scoring all the points and expressing all of his skills, the other players had long faces, because although they had won the game, they didn't really get an opportunity to score any points, express their skills, or do anything special to make their parents and other spectators proud of them and happy for their outcome. So what Magic Johnson decided to do was he decided to use his skills and his abilities to help the rest of his team leverage their skills and enable them to play and integrate into the team and to enjoy the game much more by being involved and by scoring points. And as I said, Magic Johnson was the one who was able to do that with his ability to read the play, and also to understand that it's not about winning, but it's about participating, it's about teamwork, and it's about enjoying the moment and being part of a team. So that's the story of Magic Johnson, and I wasn't aware of this. And I've got to tell you, having read this account, it makes me respect Magic Johnson all that much more for what he was able to do and what he was able to contribute to the game of basketball. So there you go. So what Magic Johnson learned from a very, very young age is it's not about being the best, but it's about bringing out the best in the team and making everybody a star. I remember years ago going to the ballet with Paula, and we used to sit next to a very senior lady, senior in years, but she was also a fan of the ballet, And one day she remarked, and she said about Stephen Heathcote. Stephen Heathcote was the principal dancer back in those days, a wonderful dancer. And she used to go, "Oh, Stephen, he's so generous. He's so generous that he makes all the other dancers look so good." And I remember remarking about this with Paula, and Paula was really, really impressed as well by this comment. And the comment that she made was basically highlighting the fact that Magic Johnson was so much better than a lot of the other players, that he was able, not Magic Johnson, but Steve Heathcote was so much better that he was able to bring out the best, not only in his abilities, but also the abilities of the other dancers. So let's move on and see what else we can come up with from this wonderful book. And the book then moves on to talk about skill and leaders and leadership skills and abilities. And they break the skills up into leaders who are multipliers or leaders who are diminishers. So what's the difference between a leader who's a multiplier and a leader who's a diminisher? According to this author, a multiplier is a boss, is a person who is able to make their team better by magnifying, by leveraging their skills, whilst diminishers are selfish and they pull their team down. A diminisher typically drains those around them because they just focus on themselves, on their own abilities, their own qualities, rather than those of the team around them. And the bottom line is that the team, the family, the organisation, the community, the group, whoever is involved with these diminishers feel unfulfilled and basically don't really enjoy being around a diminisher. Because what a diminisher does is that they reduce people's potential, whereas a multiplier leverages the team and makes the most of the skills that he has around them or she has around them. And let's have a look at some of these different multipliers. So the author was able to split out the multipliers into 5 typical types. We've got the Liberator, and the Liberator is the one who enables others to just unleash themselves, to not be shy, and to give things a bit of a crack, a bit of a go. We've got the Challenger, who basically challenges people to grow and develop and to make incremental changes. We've got the Talent Magnet, who's a sort of person who's able to attract people to come and join his or her team so that they can make the most of it. We've got the Debate Maker, who's able to stimulate conversation and ideas generation. And we've got the Investor, the one who brings people together and works with them in order to get them to achieve just that little bit more. So a little actionable advice from this author is that we need to identify the leadership in our lives and our organisations and see who's the magnifier and who's the diminisher. And if you've got a boss who's a diminisher, then you need to take some action in order to improve your workplace and improve your situation. And one way of doing it, according to this author, is turning the tables on the diminisher and you becoming the multiplier and helping them use their talents to achieve the goals that you need to do, and the outcomes you need in your team. The other thing that the author talks about here, the last point, is that we need to improve our work environments from a multipliers perspective. And the way of doing it is to be open, to be friendly, and to basically liberate people, challenge people, become a magnet to attract the right people, become a debate maker and an investor, so that you're able to improve the environment that you're working in and to help others around you also become multipliers as opposed to diminishers. And in order to do that, you need a one-on-one relationship with each of the people in the team and each of the people you work with, to be able to uncover and to identify their special skills. Everybody's got special and unique talents and skills, but many of those skills and talents are hidden and don't surface because the group culture, the group the organisational culture, it doesn't allow it to surface. So one way of doing it, if you're a leader, if you're a manager, is not to try and be the best at everything, but to focus on one thing that you're good on and to allow opportunities for those around you to be able to jump in and have a go, have a crack, and try and help others to become a little bit more courageous in what they do. And with time, they'll just get better and better, and then you can just sit back and just watch the fruits of the trees you've planted. Anyway, it's getting a bit windy here, so I'll finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's make the most of the tips we got from this book summary today. The book, which is entitled Multipliers by Liz Wiseman, and to become a magnifier, to help people grow and develop, to be the wind beneath people's wings, and to enable yourself and others to live, learn, and pass it on. I'll finish up now because the wind is getting a little bit too windy. Rather than being the wind beneath my wing, there's going to be the wind which takes my hat off or blows my phone into the water. So take care, Yasa. If you like it from Jim's 5am Club, get the leve. Have a great rest of the Saturday.